What's up, Kings Nation? Zombie here, and today I'm bringing you the weekly NFL predictions for Week 11. But before we get into the picks for Week 11, we must go back, look at our Week 10 picks, and see how many we got wrong, how many we got right, and how good we did. So I have the Week 10 scores right here, and so let's go ahead and get it started. So the Thursday night game, Ravens won, and we picked the Ravens to win. So we got that one right. Texans versus the Jaguars, we picked the Texans to win. Got that one right. Broncos versus the Saints, we got the Broncos, and we got that right. Rams versus the Jets, picked the Rams. So far, so good. Falcons versus the Eagles, we picked the Falcons. That's the first one that we got wrong. Chiefs versus the Panthers, we picked the Chiefs. Chiefs won. Bears versus the Bucks, we picked the Bucks, and the Bucks won. Redskins versus the Vikings, we picked the Redskins, and the Redskins won. Titans versus the Packers, we picked the Titans, and the and the Titans won. This one hurts. This next one hurts. This next one hurts very bad. But Chargers versus the Dolphins, we picked the Chargers, and the Dolphins barely fucking won. So we got that one wrong. Cardinals versus the Niners, we picked the Cardinals, and the Cardinals won. So got that one right. Upset of the week, we picked the Steelers. We were so close to getting that upset, but the Steelers just couldn't pull it off. Seahawks versus the Patriots, we picked the Patriots, and the Patriots just couldn't pull it off. Bengals versus the Giants, we picked the Giants, and the Giants barely pulled it off. So let's go ahead and count up how many we got right versus how many we got wrong. And so we went 10 for 4, which is pretty good. I got double the amount right that I got wrong. So I'm proud of myself for this being the first time I've done something like this. I'm proud of myself. So let's go ahead and move on to Week 11. So first thing first, you guys know I like to pick out the easy wins of the week. So first easy one is the Steelers versus the Browns game right here. The next easy one is the Giants versus the Bears. And the next one is the Patriots versus the Niners. Now, the reason why the Steelers versus the Browns is an easy game is because, obviously, it's the 0-10 Browns. Now, they might have RG3 back or whatever, but I don't trust in that hype. So, I'm going to say the Steelers win. Now, the Giants versus the Bears, this is obvious because the Bears' number one receiver is going to be out because Alshon Jeffrey got suspended for drug use. And the Patriots versus the 49ers, obvious win for the Patriots because it's the 49ers. No offense to any 49er fans, but y'all know how y'all season are going. Now, this Thursday night game, actually, most of the games going on this Week 11 are 60-40 or 50-50 games. So these predictions are going to be kind of hard. So this Thursday night game, we have the Saints versus the Panthers. And this one's hard to pick a winner. But I'm going to have to go with the Saints on this one. Reason being, their offense is just way better than the Panthers' offense, and I think that's going to make up for their lack of defense. But it could go either way. But I'm going to just go ahead and say the Saints climb over the pillar and win the game. Now, the Ravens versus the Cowboys. I want to say, I kind of want to pick the Cowboys to lose. But you know what? I don't care anymore. They're 8-1. Yeah, they're 8-1. So it's about time for them to lose. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop on the bandwagon and pick the Cowboys as the winner, even though this game is like a 60-40. Now, this Lions versus the Jaguars, the Lions, obviously, because the Jaguars have been on some shit lately, and it's not good shit at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Lions to win this one. Titans versus the Colts. I'm gonna pick the Titans because the Titans have more to play for. The Titans can still win the division. I don't know about the Colts, but I say the Titans win this game. The Bills versus the Bengals. The Bengals did put up a good fight against the Giants. So this game could go, this is one of those 50-50 games. But if I had to pick one team to win this, I think I would have to go with the Bills. Just because. Now, this Bucks versus the Chiefs. Obviously, I'm going with the Chiefs. The Bucks are decent, but the Chiefs have just been doing their thing, and I don't think they're going to lose to anyone outside of their division. Let's put it like that. So, the Cardinals versus the Vikings. Now, this one is hard because both of these teams have been on some shit. I think the Vikings are on like a 4 losing streak, and the Cardinals almost lost to the fucking 49ers in overtime. The Cardinals have been on some shit, but I think this week I'm going to have to go with them again over the Vikings because the Vikings are on more shit than the Cardinals are, if you can make sense of that. Now, this Dolphins versus the Rams. Now, the Rams are starting Jared Goff because they haven't had any offensive touchdowns in the past 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. But I'm going to have to go against the rookie just because he hasn't had time to prove anything. So I'm going to say that the Dolphins win this game. Now, if Jared Goff does end up winning this game, then let him prove me wrong. I believe in him now. But until after this game, I see what he can do. I'm going to have to go against him. Now, this Eagles versus the Seahawks. I'm going to have to go with the Seahawks. Reason being is because the Eagles, I don't want to say they've been struggling, but they haven't been the team that got off to that 3-0 start. So, and the Seahawks are coming off of a great W. So I'm going to say the Seahawks win that one. Now, the Packers versus the Redskins. This one, the Redskins have been doing their thing, but the Packers could also just surprise us and just be like, fuck it, you know what, this week we're going to play like the Packers we are. But on the other hand, you have the Redskins who've just been doing their thing this week. So the choice is pick the team that has the ability to show up or pick the team that's been showing up. And I think I'm going to go with the team that's been showing up. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Redskins. Now, this Texans versus the Raiders, this one's a no-brainer. I'm going with the Raiders. Reason being, the Texans almost lost to the fucking Jaguars. That's the only reason. Texans almost lost to the Jaguars. And the Raiders have been doing their thing too. And another thing, the Texans don't have the cornerback depth to stop. Actually, the Raiders have a pretty good triple threat because they have 2 receivers, they have a running back, and they have a good quarterback. The Texans don't have a quarterback. They have the receivers, and they have a decent running back. Now, the defensive side of the ball, the Raiders' defense is better than the Texans' defense, however you want to slice it. So, I say the Texans lose. Now, as I said, some of these games are 50-50. I expect to get like 60% of these games right, but I don't expect to like go 10-4 again because some of these games are just anyone's game. Depends on who shows up, who don't show up. But as always, I hope these predictions are helping you guys, whether you're betting on them, fantasy, or whatever you're doing using these. I hope this helps you, and I hope this series is helping people. And also, I hope me talking about why I'm picking them is helping you become a better analyst. Anal, ana, Analyst. Yeah, that's the word. But as always, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.